Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 14th of November 2024. So Bitcoin, big tech and bond yields blow out after CPI resurgence. The narrative that inflation is headed in the right direction is on increasingly shaky ground. And the US stocks finished mixed with price action choppy following inline CPI data. And as the Trump trade persisted, there's no stopping it at the moment. Stocks chop in line with CPI while bonds steepen as traders boost dovish rate bets. So there's another rate cut according to that headline is what they're betting on, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But the Trump trade remains. And economic news for today, we've got core PPI and then PPI month on month. Unemployment claims, they're the weekly ones. Crude oil, and Lagarde is speaking at 7 p.m. Fed Chair Powell and Governor Bailey is also going to be speaking as well. They're all after the DAX is closed, but certainly not the Dow, so that's interesting. There's a trio of central bankers speaking later. Right, so have a look at the markets and this choppy session from yesterday and kick off with the Dow. And in the Dow yesterday, another red bar and a bit of weakness overnight as well. Prices back below the 5 MA. Is the Trump trade and honeymoon period coming to an end? It's a week, of course, today, or just after a week since he won the election. And that's enough euphoria, I would have thought, for any market. 30-minute chart, so it was down to start with yesterday morning as well, and then managed to make its way. We had the CPI numbers released there. It came out just slightly higher as forecast, and the market then rallying after it. But the reality kicking in a bit there. Markets sort of sideways to lower overnight. So at the moment, the new all-time high remains. Markets below the 5-bar moving average there, so we might be seeing a bit of a pullback. Also, we have a bit of a supply issue yesterday as well, which is the purple bar there, so there's some selling coming into the market. In the German DAX, still not having the Trump trade at all. You can see there, but there's a bit of support coming in for yesterday. This low will have to remain intact if prices are to hold in the German DAX. If not, so they'll move lower. And in the 30-minute chart, let's have a look at that. There we are. So the market moving higher, and then again the same as Tuesday. As soon as the Dow opened, the German DAX moved lower, but we did get a bit of a pullback there, back to the close. Overnight the market's choppy, so again it's important that this one stays above yesterday's low. In the S&P 500, stronger of all markets, sideways. It is red and below the 5 MA, but holding there quite nicely at the moment as tech moved higher again yesterday. 30 minutes, very choppy. There's the CPI numbers. The market didn't know what to do, but then obviously any excuse to move higher, but eventually some sort of reality moving in there. Again, watch the low in the S&P for support. Meanwhile, in the UK, markets having none of the Reeves budget. Sound like a broken record, but they're not. It's inflationary, and it's just not buying it at all. Prices declining slowly, whereas with Truss, it fell out of bed because they needed to remove her, but that's another story for another day. 30 minutes chart, so we moved up to begin with, then moved down. What's interesting though is in the afternoon it held its own against the DAX moving down, but overnight you can see it's accelerating quite fast down towards yesterday's low. Again, an important level to watch and see if the market holds above. And in the US dollar, nothing to stop this at the moment, as there is still moving to the upsides, putting massive pressure on the metals markets, which are breaking down fast. So let's have a look at those. And starting off with silver, as I said, 29.69, 200 MA is where this is going, and it looks like it's going to do it today as well. That'll be a fair old drop because the market at one point was up at nearly $35. We've given up for $5, or will have done by this point, but I think we could end up going much lower as well. They like to take it below the 200 MA if they can. So don't be surprised by that. 2069, today's downside goal and target for the silver market. Already below yesterday's low. You can see the inflationary bit, and then it's just sold off, and overnight it's gone further. So expect the 29 level where it's trading at now to be broken and go down to 69 or 50. Certainly by lunchtime with the LBMA. Gold doing the same, down at 25. 47 up from 27.90, been absolutely hammered And that's good for the central banks because they know what's coming ultimately, and they'll just keep buying the gold cheaper. As I say, if you want to manipulate it lower, that's fine by me because nothing changes. The fundamentals haven't changed because Trump won last week. Nothing at all has changed geopolitically, anything. It's just the euphoria honeymoon change of leader, but as the Who record won't get fooled again, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. That's exactly what we've got here. They're all on the same page as far as everything else is concerned. It's just a change of the head honcho, as it were. So gold down, and below the low there as well, you can see that pressured, but it should hold a bit better than silver, which will be getting crushed and has been crushed. Gold silver ratio still holding at those 86 levels. It's not up enough. It needs to get back up to 90 to say there's any sort of support coming into this market. So again, we can go below 29, no problem at all. Right, let's have a look at the trades for yesterday. So in the pre-market session, prices were down. They traded sideways and held, and then moved up 50 odd points before we opened above the 200 MA, and then prices slammed back down on the open. Obviously some weakness there with selling. We've got a buy and a sell. We're going to get above the 200 MA to take the buy side and stay below the 200 MA for the sell, but we were taken in on the buy side, so the sell is cancelled. And then we just moved up to the close. Market traded sideways and then moved up a bit more, but not a lot. And then we had a sell which was filled, but the problem there is it's got the 200 MA where we saw support coming in for this before, and once the market got back above this, we had a potential buy signal killing off the sell, and then the market moving to the upside, just trailing the stop up there and taking the profits as the market moved higher to make up for that loss and to add to the first trade before. Went up slightly after that, 12.5 points before the market, well, it's actually 24 points higher there, and the market then reversing and then waiting for those CPI numbers, which you saw the market spike up there. Good news that the inflation's going up for the stock market, which is bonkers, but anyway, that's how it's interpreted. And then prices declining again as the Dow also moved a bit lower. We had a potential buy signal there, wasn't filled within the 3 bars, and then prices moving back to the upside there throughout the latter part and the early evening. So quick look at what's happening overnight, get the right chart. So overnight prices are sideways at the moment. It's only 6:30 a.m. There's your targets for the 2 minute. You've got the low down here. We're close to the DP, so we're more or less equidistant to the upside and to the low of yesterday there as well. So at the moment, just fairly quiet, waiting to see what happens in another half an hour when the market opens. Well, the futures officially open, and then 8 o'clock for the cash market. Okay, that's it for this one. Quick roundup. Expect support in the stock markets. The metals to be further hammered, probably quite aggressively today. Well, given the opportunity to follow through on that CPI number from yesterday. So have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.